I still don't have a title yet, but I guess for now it's called We Used to Be. We used to be gods, men, women, children, people, humans. But now we're just animals. And not even animals, robots. We used to be great gods, marvelous men, wonderful women, cherished children, peculiar people, happy humans. They say if you look hard enough, pets and their owners start to look alike. The resemblance is uncanny. Well, if you look hard enough, I can see the same thing happening to humanity. No longer am I seeing human beings when I look into a vanity mirror. They just appear like animals to me. To satisfy the bottom line and be top dog, people are coming home dog tired, ready to take cat naps in their apartment. This is the new state. We've mutated backwards and grew into apes. It's like the reverse evolution of Darwin. See, this is what happens when you tell people that they're evolved like Darwin and we're all just carbon dust and not the dust of godmen. We've devolved from great gods to ordinary men to mere animals, from animals to inanimate objects that are robotic and mechanical. We're not built of sprockets and parts, so why do we not fill our pockets but not our hearts? This evolution has got us like mutants. It's the worst process, like the reverse to progress. Look at everybody, children, both women and husbands. The whole human race is going backwards. It's all Benjamin Button, and it's all about the Benjamins and gluttons. Cash cows, piggy banks, trying to be fat cats in a rat race. Cubicles are just a human-sized maze for guinea pigs and lab rats. All the have cars, Jaguars and Cadillacs, and plus a nice habitat. But where's your happiness at? They tricked you. They told you it was about money. Tricked you like a bunny rabbit in a hat. Magic act, abracadabra, and that's that. Poof, it's disappeared. Don't you miss those years when you was a kid and you actually liked and enjoyed the things you did? It didn't matter if it made sense, as long as it was fun and playful. You would run on rainbows and walk upside down on the sky and feel the blood rush to your stomach from your ankles. But now you just wear high ankle socks, bull and bear market, banks and stocks, waiting for Wall Street to change and drop. But walls used to be streets, and streets used to be walls, and you could do anything because you were 1,000,000 feet tall. See, to me, this is why children beat adults, because they're willing to try, even when they see the fall, because they see the fall as an adventure. They still see the colors in the leaves of fall in the winter. White flakes is something to play in while grown-ups complain about the rain and just stay in like bears and hibernate. They all march into work like good worker ants, busy bees in business, just clones and drones to the worker plant. They're stuck in the honeycomb, and you see wives say, "Honey, come home from the beehives." She cries, but all the mosquitoes and flies just have to listen to their commander to make money. They tell them to make more honey because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. They know how to fall in line and take direction in work, but in life they just seem to meander. No order. Beavers build dams and moles dig more holes, all to afford a bigger house that they'll never even get to enjoy with their spouse, because in order to afford it, they're too busy going out with their hard hats to the factory. But their wife's not satisfied and their life's not satisfied, even though their performance evaluation says satisfactory. And even if you're a yellow jacket bee who works at the honeycomb factory, that does not make you a product of your environment, because man was not manufactured. He is a created and crafted masterpiece, one of a kind from a divine blueprint. But out here, useless excuses on repeat like a parrot or a parakeet. What? We have to eat. What? But we have to eat. We try to be like a snake and snack on a rat and feast and think our soul can live off that and last a week, but your spirit moans because you can't eat bread alone. Your soul also has to eat. And we're supposed to be gods. We need the ambrosia of laughter and sleep. You're supposed to be a God, not trapped but free. Whoever heard of a God who was a slave? Your whole life is blasphemy. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord by showing that humans are deserving more than work as a chore. Our life should be like Hawaii, but our society looks like Jersey Shore. And it hurts me to my core to see people who live in nice real houses but sleep on proverbial dirty floors, who eat meat for flesh but won't sink their teeth into life. They're herbivores who are spiritually feel 95 but physically only 34. This is what these words are for, to pull back the curtains and doors and reveal and heal, because we're all searching for more, because we used to be gods, men, women, children, people, humans, not animals, not robots. Humanity is an endangered species, like a manatee, or like pandas in trees, and like a seeing eye dog leading 3 blind mice. Some people just can't see. Just because we have a similar shape to apes and chimpanzees doesn't mean there's a missing link. I'm not dissing what you think, but please just listen and think. And even when you think you're on the brink of the answer, just wait and continue to investigate like the pink panther, because like blue whales, even though we may not be the biggest mammals on this planet, we're still the gods of this earth, even if there's a channel called Animal Planet. Because if we don't believe that we're gods, how are we going to handle a planet? The whole planet's obsessed with keeping the earth so clean and let's go green, but life is completely colorless with no dreams. We need to feel and fill our blood flow stream with that dopamine and use faith to make things hoped seen. If you're at a job and you don't fit it, then you need to quit it. But people are still caught up in that mentality of survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest. Oh, please. How are we going to be the fittest when half the nation get no sleep and the other half is obese? We're a human race with smart genes. We do good things for the environment, like keep the fuel in our cars clean. We got a Windows XP desktop with an open rolling landscape, yet we try to cram in the space of parallel parking, claustrophobic clusters and cloisters of cubicles for telemarketing, with our foot slammed on a brake, stuck, packed in like a can of sardines. Can't hardly breathe like a fish out of water to streams. This kind of life just makes it that much harder to dream. And so you don't dream because you're afraid of how your family will react. Avoid a job where your talents and your skills are at. Something to satisfy your curiosity. Oh, that's right. You were always told that curiosity killed the cat. But even George was curious, and he's a monkey, and you're no dummy. So come on, you should know better than that. Since the time we were in school, they properly trained us to be good little workers and jump through hoops in this 3-ring circus, chained up. And we just grin and bear it. School is lame as duck, boring, the same stuff. But listen to this sage and these words that he brings, and I'll tell you why the caged bird sings, because his curiosity hasn't been fed. Either that, it's full on dread, either that, or he's dead and he just wants to spread his wings. So I'm singing like a canary or like a stool pigeon, like I've broken the unspoken rules of prison, because school systems are cruel systems, rule-driven. Might as well combine schools and prison. Every day, like lambs led to the slaughter, students and employees with the wool pulled over their vision. And while that's happening, your boss is shearing your wool to enrich him. So you drag yourself into work. Look what the cat dragged in today. Why else do you think when the cat's away, the mice will play? Because people are tired of empty good mornings and have a nice day. So we're all just led like the Pied Piper away, because we're all just big children. We just want some sort of play. We want to be a silly goose, monkey around and horseplay. We need to be giggling gods, merry men, whimsical women, chuckling children, peculiar people, happy, healthy humans. We need to be great gods, whimsical women, merry men, chuckling children, happy, healthy people. Some people need to get off their high horse and horse around, but instead they sort through dreaded reports. So I shake my head and snort, and I don't mean to be the dead horse, but one day we'll all be dead, of course, and what will be said of us? That we had passion pumping through that red source? Or because right now all we got is gas pumping through a red Porsche, passionate like the color red about the cars we drive, but are we alive? We need to be revving and pumping the engine of our heart's cry and making the value of art high. We're all very smart girls and smart guys, but people are looking so blurry because they're always in a hurry like the white rabbit or stuck to stools like bar flies, just walking contradictions, sitting there hoping someone wants to listen. And they're supposed to be a God, but they ask, who am I? So I guess they'll commit suicide and take the rest of us into non-existence. They're at the watering hole with their water cooler talk. Got a happy hour, but not a happy life. The space between is the longest of distances. And like long distance runners, people race like horses in a steeplechase, attracted by merits and carrots and money attached to a string just to keep the pace. But you're a human. But you're only human. You need a break. Some peace, some grace, some sleep, some space. Someone to see your face as an individual and not just a sea of faces. Someone to satisfy your hunger in a deeper place. So eat, so taste what the Lord's given. The fruit is not forbidden. It's okay to play. We don't have to feel guilty or be forgiven for doing the things that we desire, indulging in beauty, creativity, and being inspired. You know, like a curious cat that endlessly plays with the ball of yarn. You bought your house, but one day you'll have bought the farm and you'll be buried in the ground and it'll probably have cost you a leg and cost an arm. So like Animal Farm, I'm here to start a new kind of revolution, bringing heaven's truth in and starting the process of a different kind of evolution where we used to be robots, animals, but now we're humans, people, children, women, men, from one God to another. Can you see what we used to be? Before we ate from the fruit of the tree, the root of you, the root of me, men who were powerful, women who looked beautifully, children who danced with jubilee. We're no longer robots, animals. We're children. We're women and men, and we can still be gods.